What is up, everybody? ODC here, and just received this guy in the mail today, and I thought I would just jump on here really quick before I have to catch my flight and go out of town for a few days. And I thought I'd give you this Star Wars Black Series Heavy Infantry Mandalorian review. This is actually Paz Vizsla, I guess you want to say it, a relative of Pre-Vizsla, and Pre-Vizsla is also a descendant or a relative of Shae Vizsla, which technically is Legends, which is just stupid. Anyway, but we're not going to get into all that. Here is the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. He comes in this deluxe style packaging right here, and obviously it just comes with the jetpack slash heavy gun right here. It's almost like a pretty much almost like a Steadicam heavy artillery weapon right there, and then it comes with the figure itself, and that's pretty much it. It says Heavy Infantry Mandalorian down here, Star Wars Black Series. Sorry for the glare up top. Switch around to the side. We've got D2. D1 was a General Grievous. Flipping it around to the back, here is the read-up. And there's a fly in here. I don't know how there's a fly in here. But there's the read-up. If you want to go ahead and you're watching this on playback, you can pause it and read it. This fly is really annoying the shit out of me. And there we go. He's dead. You just witnessed murder on camera. But there you go. There's the packaging. And then bringing in, you have the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian, a.k.a. Paz Vizsla, or Paz Vizsla, however you pronounce it, however you want to pronounce it. Entirely up to you. Let me attempt to fix my lighting here. And, yeah, he looks really good. I'm very pleased with this. The only, I think, the major gripe that I have with the figure that kind of does annoy the shit out of me is this piece right here that connects into the arm. Not really feeling that. It's not really a well thought out piece. And it's also, as you can see, it's already stressing right here going into the arm. So, I don't know. I might actually end up taking this out and just kind of tucking it underneath the arm, just because it is already stressing the plastic right there. And you actually have to twist the plastic a little bit to pop it into the hole, because there is a groove in there and it has to sit properly. So that I'm not a big fan of. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with the overall look and aesthetics of the figure. I think it looks nice. And yeah, the different shades of blue, I really like that, because the little bit of lighter shade blue that you do get here, and let me just take his hands off his gun really quick. And actually you can peg the gun into the side here, like so. So it's got a little resting place. But I really like the lighter shades of the blue for the helmet. It really does bring out the darker tone for the helmet as well. The different little bit of gray that we have here is like a darker gray, and then you can see some silver in there as well. Also, really like this. I just like the overall style of the helmet, and I like that he's a larger body. I mean, it's nice to see a larger, thicker style character, and we've seen that with Cara Dune's character, which I got to do the review on that probably when I get back. But it's nice to see these different, thicker style bodies as opposed to everybody being, skinny and, kind of the same a little bit, unless you're like an alien, but or a droid. But other than that, I really do like the variety here with this body. I think I guess it does kind of warrant the deluxe box, but I don't know if it really warrants the deluxe price. I mean, it's still a really nice figure overall. And like I said, I do like the silver paint shading and the wear and tear going throughout his armor right here. That looks really good. I like the brown and the tan, or actually it's more of like it's more like a brown with some black paint shading going throughout, and then a little bit of silver for some more wear and tear, some battle damage. I like the underneath, as you can see his underneath armor on the back side of his legs right here. It does kind of, it almost looks like the armor's clipping onto his leg. It looks pretty cool. For the most part, the paint apps on him look really nice. The head sculpt looks very nice. Most of the sculpting detail looks very good. Flipping it around to the back, this is his one accessory that he does come with, and that's pretty much it. It is the jetpack slash heavy gunner. I guess you want to call this almost like a it's almost like a steady cam gun style thing. That's what it just comes off without having an attachment to the belt, which would make it an actual real steady cam, because you have to have some sort of counterweight, so it just, when you twist side to side or go up and down, it can use a counterweight to maneuver much easier by using the person's body weight as well. But other than that, I'm just going to call it the heavy gun that he comes with. The gun itself does have some different types of paint applications on there. We got almost like a metallic blue right here, and then we have a silver, and then we have the regular plastic for the heavy gun itself. You also have this kind of handle which can rotate right there. What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Yeah, I thought I'd get this review in really quick before I go to catch my plane ride. So, but yeah, the backpack looks really good. I like the, it's kind of like in a mustardy color for the backpack. That looks nice. A little bit of paint shading going throughout, if we can focus here. A little bit of paint shading going throughout here, just to give it that battle damage look, that little bit of a worn look to it. I can appreciate that. Like I said, we've got this piece which does connect into his arm. I'm not a really big fan of it. It does rotate, so you can rotate it to get it in, but you do have to kind of twist this piece right here. And unfortunately, you're going to put some more stress on it. As you can see, there's my stress on there already for that piece. So not a really big fan of how they engineered that. I almost want to think that maybe they didn't need to go with a thicker plastic here, maybe more of like a rubbery style plastic. It would have worked better. And then if you made the connection port a harder plastic like it is, make this rubbery so you can manipulate, you can twist it a little bit. That would have helped. We've got the Mandalorian symbol on his left shoulder pauldron or armor. So there's that. We've got this nice little silver chest piece right here. Obviously some more wear and tear battle damage. Then we have some more, like, it's like the brown, same color as, oh, well, similar color, a little bit lighter, for his gauntlet here. And I want to say that this looks like a flamethrower maybe. And I'm assuming that because it is connecting to his backpack, which is a jetpack. So there's propulsion in there, and I'm assuming that this would be a flamethrower too. Maybe it is like a gauntlet gun or of some sort, maybe something similar to like a Deadshot. I don't know, but I'm assuming that that looks like that's got to be some sort of flamethrower. The other gauntlet is just like a darker, almost like a maroon, a little bit. And then we have some lighter blue for his knuckle dusters, or his hand armor. Overall, I think, like I said, aesthetically, he's very pleasing to the eye. And I like the gray under here, and then we've got some black for his under armor. The shoulder pads or pauldrons don't get really in the way too much, and they are a pliable plastic. So there's that. So we can get that all the way up in case anybody was concerned about that. We'll go through articulation in a second. You can remove the backpack, like I said, but you have to de-peg this piece right here, and I kind of really have it in there, but you can just pretty much just peg this into the back. I might actually glue this because this is kind of a shallow hole right here, and it does want to de-peg quite a bit, so I might end up just super gluing that in, just to forewarn anybody that's curious about that. And then, like I said, you do have the peg hole on the side of the jetpack, where you can just peg that in case you want to have him flying around and you don't want the gun in the way. We've got some brown here. It's just a brown plastic with some gold accent for the buttons and buckles and such. On the back portion, you do have a rear dust cover or tunic. It is a brown plastic right there. Actually, it might be painted. I think that might be painted, but it looks like a plastic color though. And then over here, for the rest of the legs, I already showed those off. The feet look pretty cool. Nice armored feet. And like I said, this is Paz Vizsla. This is like I said, a relative of Pre-Vizsla, if you're familiar with the Clone Wars. So there's that. And as far as articulation does go, his head can swivel at a full 360 rotation if you needed to. His head can look back. Is it on a hinge joint? I think it might just be on a ball peg. But he does have a neck pivot and a neck joint there. So you can move the head and, oh, just before Thanksgiving, this wouldn't be an ODC review if we don't do some jive turkeys up in here. So there you go. You got some turkeys in there. The head can tilt side to side because of that really nice neck joint. And there's actually a little bit of play just in the head as well. So that's good. The arms can go up. Let's get the arms up. And like I said, you can manipulate that shoulder armor. So that is very well done. Thank you, Hasbro, for doing that correct. And then the arm goes down. You can do a full 360 rotation if you depeg this piece right here. And then the backpack is coming off again. It's not the end of the world. He does have a single jointed elbow, but it gets a little bit more than 90 degrees. A swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist. He does have a hinge joint at the wrist, which is a little bit difficult to access, but you can get there. There you go. And the gauntlet does get in the way a little bit of the articulation. Obviously, this piece right here. On the other side, we have different hand articulation. So this one goes up and down as far as the hinge joint, and this one goes back and forth as far as this hinge joint goes. So a little bit different there. Let me see if I can peg this back in so because it keeps popping out. And then I'll just actually take the backpack off. Is ab crunch, diaphragm joint, I should say, diaphragm joint, which does tick into place. He can pivot side to side, and he can swivel, and obviously I showed that. There's back, there's forward, maxed out, and then there's the pivot side to side. He can do the splits. Oh, look at those splits. We can't even get some Marvel Legends to do those splits, but yet this big boy can do some splits. So that's pretty good. Upper thigh swivel on both sides, mirror each other. He does have a double jointed knee, so very good range of motion there. He can point the toe. He can point the heel a little bit, and then he does have an ankle pivot. So that's very good. And then 2 peg holes at the bottom of his feet. I honestly don't know why modern figures even bother with peg holes anymore. We don't get stands from people, and the stands that the Black Series does give us, they don't have peg holes. So I don't know why we're getting peg holes at the bottom of the feet anymore. I'm just saying, I think it's kind of a useless thing. It's just kind of like, oh, well, we've always done peg holes at the bottom of all of our figures, so. But if you want to get him to hold his gun, it's very simple. You have a handle right there for him to hold for this side, and he does hold it. It's a little bit loose in the hand, and then you have this piece which does swivel to the side like so, and then it's very easy for him to get into his hand just like so, and then obviously you have to maneuver it properly so it sits in his hands correct and doesn't look ridiculous. Like so. So there you go. Now he is ready. He is ready to help out Mando. Or I believe his name is Din Djarin. That's the Mandalorian's actual real name that's been leaked from Jon Favreau. So pretty cool. We've got Paz Vizsla, or Paz Vizsla, however you want to pronounce it. I really like this design. I'm really intrigued to see more of this character in the show. Obviously, episode 3 was a big one for this character, and I thought it was pretty cool that he ended up helping out Din Djarin, aka the Mandalorian. I really like that it's a jetpack slash heavy gunner combo. I thought it was really cool at the end where he kind of flew up to the Mandalorian, kind of gave him the Rocketeer kind of salute, and then flew away. I thought that was pretty awesome. And obviously, the Mandalorian is probably pretty much the best Star Wars content that we've gotten since the, Disney purchased Lucasfilm. That's just my opinion, but, but I really like the paint apps on him. The articulation, range of motion is fantastic for a larger character. And, I like the gun. The gun's not hard to maneuver. It doesn't, it's not really hindersome, or it's not too much for him to deal with as far as the figure goes. The figure's a nice bulky plastic, and he can stand fine with the heavy gun. It's not a big deal. Like I said, range of motion, articulation is very good. Paint apps are very spot on. If I could fix two things, it would be to make the peg hole on the backpack that pegs into the back a little bit deeper, and I would have used a little bit more of a pliable plastic for this and not such a hard plastic, because I'm already getting some stress marks right there that I've pointed out now a third time in this video. So those would be the two things that I would fix on this guy. Other than that, I think he's a home run. I would definitely give him a 2 thumbs up and say pick him up if you can. And yeah, like I said, I really, really like this guy quite a bit, and I'm really intrigued to learn more about him down the line. I hope we do. I hope we do learn some more down the line with this guy. And I think he's quite the cool looking design for a character. And it's nice to know that there's still relatives, and we don't know too much about Paz Vizsla here, but I really want to learn more. He's very cool, and I hope they end up teaming up some more, and we start getting some more of these Mandalorians, like some of the other Mandalorian designs that helped out Mando in Episode 3. So, other than that, I don't have pretty much else to say about this guy. Like I said, I gave him 2 thumbs up. I would definitely give him a recommend. I think he's $30, and he is a Best Buy exclusive. And I don't think there's really else much to say. I just got this guy. What was it? I purchased him a couple days ago, and he was here right away. I did end up picking up 2 because, I think it was just worthwhile as far as the shipping to pick up 2. And I really like the character design. So if I like a character enough, then I usually try to get another one. I don't know why. No, I know why, because if this one breaks, at least I have a backup. But like I said, solid paint apps, intriguing character. Hopefully we get more. Hopefully it's not just he was just in one episode. And Star Wars likes to do that sometimes. But in Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, I trust. So pretty awesome. But yeah, I got to kind of keep this short. I just want to say thank you to everybody who joined me in the live stream really quick. Thank you to Gaz. Thank you to Woodman. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Thank you to JD. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. Well, like I said, I want to keep this one short. Sorry I'm not going too long, but I do have to catch a flight soon. So I wanted to get this out before I left. So other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. And I hope you guys have a safe and enjoyable Thanksgiving. But I'll see you guys on the flip side.